Kingdom Acres. Welcome to my segment on Craft Round the Clock. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. It is almost the weekend. Woohoo! Weekend time. We are going to be I've been kind of doing this thing where I start a project and then I'm like, ooh, this would go great with it, and ooh, that would go good with it. So I'm just kind of adding and adding and adding. So I hope you guys like what we're gonna do today. I had started something on Tuesday, and today we're going to finish it up, and I'm going to show you how I will style it. Hello, Miss Jessica. How are you? Welcome in. As you're coming in, please just shoot me a hello. How your Thursday has been going. We have been going non-stop for days and days and days, and I'm ready to just collapse. I am so tired. Just kidding, not collapse. It's so amazing, right, that I am so blessed to be able to run around and do all the things I do, but I'm kind of to the point now where I'm like, what happened to my summer? Where did it go? These kids and all of their activities and all their stuff. The girls today, they had hunter safety course, and so we were there at the ag office all day, and it was a ton of fun. But getting up and getting them over there, being there by 8 o'clock in the morning with a preteen and a teenager, I was just like getting them up, and I didn't want to get up, and nobody wanted to get up, and I was like, we gotta go. So we went ahead and went. Anyways, so if you were with me on Tuesday, you might have seen this sweet little Christmas crock that we started on, okay? Now, when you go to my YouTube channel, after I get it uploaded, the thumbnail is going to show it styled just like this. I just took a little piece of fabric and tucked it in there. It's just a round piece of fabric, right? So it tucks really nicely in there. And then, and I left it kind of shorter in the front and longer in the back. And then I just have all these little sprigs of like a Christmas tree sprig type thing, and I just stuck them in there. And if you wanted to do this and style it like that, it would look fantastic on your shelf, on your vignette, just however you would like to do. But yeah, I'm extra, so I will be doing a little bit more. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Thanks for coming on. Welcome, welcome. So this is how it'll look on the thumbnail for the video I did on Tuesday. We're going to remove this and get going on my extraness. Hello, totally, Miss Brenda. How are you? How are you doing? Kathany, I see you in here. Hey, girl. How's it going? All right. So what I'm going to do, where did it go? Okay. I cut a strip of burlap, okay? If you'll see on one end, it's really like roughed up. That's just like the, oh gosh, what is it called on fabric? It's the unfinished end on the fabric. I don't know. I can't remember. Y'all are gonna laugh at me because I can't remember that, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm just going to take it, and I'm actually going to cover up this clay. That's why I really didn't worry about the clay being perfect, because I knew that I was going to probably cover it. I just went ahead and painted it red. That way it wouldn't show through the fabric, the weird color. Hi, Miss Kelly. Thanks for the sprinkles. I appreciate you. You are just so sweet. His Girl Designs. Hello. Tell me your name. I will probably ask you 50 more times, but please keep telling me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue this on, and because I'm working with a straight edge on a circle surface, I'm going to have to kind of finagle it around, and I might have to cut it, but I just really want it to have that kind of unfinished edge down. And it's okay if it's, you know, kind of squinchy on top and stuff. That just adds to the rustic look. You could cut it so that it would lay flat, but I'm happy with it kind of bunching up and around and everything. And I'm just going to I'm going to trim this a little bit. I cut it a little bit too big, and I knew that I had, and I'm just giving it a little trimmerooski there. Okay, and let me bring this up a bit. My hot glue went ahead and dried on me there. What are we saying? What are we saying? Your name is Maureen. Oh my goodness, I love the name Maureen. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to watch this movie, and it was a ballet movie, and one of the characters' name on it was Maureen, and I just thought she was the most elegant figure I'd ever seen, just so beautiful. And it was one of those situations where she was like the prima ballerina, and everybody wanted to be her, but she really, you know, ballet wasn't really her thing. She wanted to go to college and do something else, but her mom was really pushing her because her mom loved ballet, but she didn't have the feet for it. You know, ballerinas having to have those feet, those good feet. So it's the turnout. My 9-year-old is all into dancing now and all of those fun ballet movies. Okay. So I'm just getting this hot glued all the way around, and I'm loving how this looks, y'all. I love it. So cute. Look at that. It just gives it a little bit of something extra, right? Okay. Now, we've been seeing these little lamps, okay, that Miss Tracy introduced us to. I've seen a few people use these now. I think that this is going to look so cute. I was looking at different style of, hi Miss Mary. I was looking at different styles of candles online, and I am not responsible enough to change out a battery. I'm just not. I can't keep up with it. It just never happens. If I have to change out a battery on something, may as well just put it in the yard sale or donate it to Goodwill, because it's never going to happen unless somebody else in my house takes responsibility to go ahead and change out the battery. So, but when it comes to these decor items, I know that nobody else is going to do it. I have to be responsible for it. So I saw these and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and give them a try. But I'm going to, I want to paint the candle part on here because I'm wanting it to look a little bit darker. And I got these off of Amazon. For those of y'all who haven't jumped on the cute little candle bandwagon, you can get them on Amazon. It was like 2 for $15 or something. So just something real inexpensive. So, and I'm just going to paint this candle part black. I'm just wanting it to be black. I don't know if they had black ones. I didn't see them, and I was up against the deadline, right? These got delivered today. Okay, so if I did not get something ordered for this project, I wouldn't have it for tonight's video, and I really wanted a light, and I thought I could make that. Look it. I love it. I'm liking the black. I'm liking the black much more. You're gonna sit there because I said so. There we go. Thank you. I'll hot glue it once I'm done finagling with it. But anyways, so we sat in, oh, did I bump it? Of course I bumped it with my fingers. We sat in Hunter's safety course today for my girls to take that class, my two younger ones. And it was me and my best friend. We sat there while our girls took Hunter safety, and we were so distracting because we just sat there and giggled. She tried to pay attention. She really did. In her defense, she was trying to pay attention, but I get distracted easily, and I'm sitting there and I'm, you know, returning emails or, you know, doing whatever I need to do. And she, hi Tina Marie, hi sweet lady. She turns and looks at me, and I'm like, just like bebopping, and I'm not singing any like real song. I just kind of have like a beat in my head, and I'm just bebopping to my own rhythm over there. And she just like, what in the world are you even doing? It's like, what? I was just answering emails and dancing in my seat, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But she was just like, oh my gosh, can't even sit still for 1 minute. Nope, that's me. That is me. But all of our girls got certified, and that is what is important. I'm wanting them to go hunting with the dads this season, this hunting season. I guess November or so. They can go hunting. So that is the plan anyways. Isn't that okay? I'm gonna set this down here. I'm gonna show you guys how cool that looks. Oh, Sabaya. Just kidding. Okay. For those of you who don't know, that was the Lion King. You know, the beginning of the movie when he brings out the baby cub and he's like, ah, Sabaya. Okay. All right. All right. So let me see. Do I need to dry this? I'm just gonna give it a minute to dry. You love the lights? Yes, aren't they just darling? I love them so, so much. And painted black, it is super cool looking. I could even like grubby it up once that black paint dries. I might. I still might. But we'll see, because I'm going to, while that is drying, I am going to get out my little canning ring, and we are going to paint it the green. I was tempted to start it in the last like 5 minutes of my live on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, I better not. So I got them off of Amazon. It was a pack of 2 for $15. You could buy 1 for 10 or 2 for 15. So I got the 2 for 15. So not too bad, not too bad. Because if you were buying a finished product like this at like a craft show or something, you would pay way more than $15, even though it's just an old pickle jar, right? With all the things added to it. Okay, I'm just gonna go. This is a canning lid, and I'm just going over it with that moss green Waverly paint. We were discussing on Tuesday that Waverly sounds like a character off of Downton Abbey. So if the creators of Downton Abbey are watching this and they want to write a sequel or something, you know, let me know. I've got ideas. Oh goodness. Could be a character in there that's just crafty and silly and bebops to her own music in serious settings. They were trying so hard. Everyone was trying so hard to pay attention, but apparently I'm just distracting. They were doing their best. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I did that. And while I have my paint out, I may as well go ahead and I got this pack of stars from Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna paint me up a green one real quick. And you'll see what we do with that. Here in a little bit, towards the end, you will see how we finish off our look with this green star that we are making cute with that moss green waverly. I'll never be able to say it right again. I will always and forever say it with an accent. Oh, Brenda. I don't know. Is Brenda on? I've been running like a crazy chicken, y'all. Running like a crazy chicken. Every day we've got something going on, and we are gearing up for co-op to start back up. And so I'm trying to get everybody who's joining us this year registered. And so I'm doing a ton of like informational meetings, and then going up to the church and organizing our co-op room that we have for like our library and our supplies and all those things, and working on bulletin boards, and then for the graduation committee, getting events squared away and making contacts with different organizations and things for just, you know, event logistics and stuff. And it's just like every day, all day, I'm just bebopping to my own beat and trying to get everything squared away. You know, I really just want this year to be great for our homeschool graduates. I think it's going to be so much fun. All the events that we have planned, so far I've planned a senior sunrise, okay, and I've got a pastor coming out for that, and we're going to have worship music, and I have an activity planned, and possibly we might do little goodie bags, and then, you know, some refreshments, some breakfast refreshments, you know, donuts and whatnot for that. And we're planning like a lock-in at our local movie bowl and grill. Apparently you can do like an overnight lock-in with like, you know, your teen group or whatever. So this is going to be open to our whole teen community of homeschoolers. And so they'll all be able to come and have that lock-in. And I'm just so excited. So I'm coordinating so much right now, and I can't wait to have the meeting with our event committee. I'm gonna unplug my hot glue gun so I can use my blow dryer and get this moving, because we are, we will run out of time so fast. Because I just get to talking. I know y'all know this. You're like, did she even craft? She only talked about all of the shenanigans. Oh, goodness. All right, here we go. Yes, I'm so excited. And then next week we have a 4-H camp planned, and my 14-year-old daughter is leading, oh, thanks, Kelly, you're so sweet. My 14-year-old is leading a health and safety segment with a partner, And what my daughter's bringing to the table is she's going to teach like on the importance of exercise, and then she's going to teach the kids like dances and do like some hype music, like the Go Noodle songs. What was she doing? My back is aching, the sun's too bright, my hips shaking from left to right, that kind of thing. And then so she'll be hyping up the kids and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff, and teaching them a few line dances, I think, maybe, I don't know, but she's gonna get them moving, and that's the point, is to teach them, you know, that exercise can be fun and that it's really important. So, all right, so let me re-plug in my hot glue gun now that I'm done with that. I've got things plugged in all over the place, even with my 3-plug plugger. I'm plugging and unplugging. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. Okay, we've got our jar, right, and we've got our lamp. All right, and we're gonna secure this in here so it's gonna sit just right. Okay, and then we can put this. I was thinking before that it might go on the bottom, right? That it could go on the bottom, and it can, but I'm thinking it might look cooler on the top, and I'll show you what we can do with the bottom, right? I have another idea for the bottom. It's gonna look so cool. It's gonna look so cool. But I'm liking this green because it matches the little vintage scale that we are trying to kind of fancy up for the holidays, right? Like that's gonna be the one that I decorate Christmassy. I'm sure I'll decorate everything Christmassy, but this is specifically for that one because I just made that last week. I can't, all my days are blended. I don't remember when I made it, but I know I made it recently. Maybe it was Friday. I don't know. Y'all probably remember. I don't remember. Somebody's got to do the remembering for me. Okay, so I'm just going to take these little pieces, right, and I'm just going to glue them around. So if you are needing candle rings and you have canning rings, this is a great way to repurpose those canning rings and not have to purchase candle rings, okay? I'm just going to keep the glue in a straight line, and I'm going to make it to where the greenery sits kind of flush at the bottom and sticks up from the middle ring, okay? That way it'll be coming up. And so let me just show you. It could be like that. That would work, or it could be like this, right? So it'll look cute either way, right? Either way you wanted to do it, it'll work. And again, this is just a pickle jar, right? It's like the bigger size pickle jar, not the great big one, but it's like, it's not the teeny tiny one. It's the one that comes with the spears in it, okay? Like, it's cut from top to, you know what I mean. You know what a spear is. I don't have to explain that. But I will. I will. I get into explanation mode, and then I just explain everything. All right. So anyways, so my daughter, my little one, just did VBS last week at one of our bigger churches in the area, and she had so much fun. And they it's a church that we used to attend regularly. Since then we've joined another church. You know, you just have to go where the Lord leads you, right? Just because you leave a church doesn't mean that you're not on speaking terms, right? You just have to obey God. So that's what we're doing. So we are at a beautiful church that we absolutely love, but we still love our old church too. And we still love all of those people. And so I took my little one to VBS over there while my teen was at youth camp with our church. And so everybody had fun times. Fun times were had by all. And they do a lot of those fun songs at their VBS. So that kind of helped me help her to figure out what we were going to do with all these kids, you know, because that's what really makes it fun, is when you have like some hype music and you get them moving and a jumping and, you know, doing all that stuff. Them little kids just love it. They just think that is so cool. And I like doing it. I think it's hilarious and I think it's so much fun. So I know if I'm enjoying it, they will too. Oop, I got strings. Oh, just kidding. All right. Serious presenter mode. Doesn't happen here. Okay. So this would be perfectly fine, right? On its own. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh. So cute. And you could trim these down if you wanted to, or kind of bring them in. I'll probably, let me bring them in just a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit on top here and glue them in a smidge on the top. Just so that, because I'm going to use them on the top, and I've got something else for the bottom that I can use. And, another VBS. Oh my gosh. There is last one next week. Okay. Hey, you know what? As much Jesus as they can get, right? But like, you personify that one reel from, what's his name? John Christ? What, that comedian. And he's like, Mom, what denomination are we this week? Are we Lutheran? What, like, are we Catholic? Like, what VBS am I going to? And she's just like, hey, you know, if you practice basketball enough, you wouldn't have to be at VBS. You'd be at basketball camp. So funny. This guy is hilarious. I love online comedians. If I can just get a little bit of laughter in my day. So funny. And you could add pip berries if you want color. I didn't bring any pip berries to the table, but that's an idea. I should have brought pip berries. I should have known to bring the pip berries. I always like overstock my table with more things that I need, and then the things that I think of while I'm doing it. Yes. While I'm doing my project, I'm like, oh man, I don't have it with me. But okay. Cute, right? So cute. Love it. All right, so for the bottom, what you could do is you could make little feet, right? You could just glue these onto the bottom. I would probably do more than hot glue, but I'm not going to right now. Just flip this over and hot glue some wooden beads to the bottom and give it some feet, right? Okay, hopefully I'm doing that right, because the bottom is kind of like slopey, so hopefully it'll work. Hopefully. But this, I brought these out here with this in mind. So we shall see. And of course I'm not centering them. Okay, you guys get the picture though. Okay, it's not going to be perfect, but if you're making this, I'm going to urge you to make sure of where your label is before you start gluing, so that you can position your feet correctly. Okay, so got that going. So we've got little feet. Look at that, cute little feet on there. And I'm just gonna paint them red like the rest of it. Maybe if I've got another little doodad in here. Oh gosh, smallest paintbrush known to man. All right, I'm just gonna go with it. I've got 15 minutes left and I can do it. I know I can do it. They're just little feet and a little paintbrush and so here's what happened. I washed my paintbrushes and then I put them in a different container, and so I don't see them with my brain. Like, I see them, but it doesn't register that those are the ones that I should probably get. So the bag that I have, that's actually for keeping all of my paintbrushes in, so I will have them when I need them. It's practically barren, okay, because my brain is not registering that I need to tend to that situation, because some things are just not annoying enough to make me act when I need to. And I know that other ADHD people, y'all get it. People who are super like on it and organized, I'm organized for me. I'm not organized where everybody, like just anybody could go in my craft room and find what they need. I did clean it up quite a bit when we did the craft room reveal, because y'all I would have to get on here and have y'all take an oath not to judge. Smallest but longest. Okay. Yes. Look at that. You can like stick it up your nose. So the feet are done. The feet are done and it's cute and it works. Okay. So those are on there and these are on here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some dots of glue on here, and just remember, hot glue is pretty temporary, right? So if you decided you did not want this on here at some point, you wanted to use it in another project, go with God. You can just take it right on off. Not a big deal. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I should put that one down too. I'm just trying to get things to where it's kind of laying flat so that my little ring will sit nicely. And get that last one in there. So, anywho, I had the most pleasant surprise today, okay? When we were coming home from the hunter safety course, stopped and got our horse feed and everything, I passed my daughter. She was leaving. My adult daughter, she's about to turn 19 on the 22nd. She'll be 19. She was on her way to work. When we got home, the house was spotless. The kitchen was clean. The living room had been tidied, and it was not spotless. I still have my mess out here, and you know, like the floors need mopped, but she had swept clearly and straightened the couch cover, picked up. The house was so nice. When we walked in, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Okay. Let's see, where are we? Okay. So we've got this sitting on top. You can glue it down, or you can just leave it because it's not going anywhere, sitting like that, right? Okay. So, and you can adjust it to where, make it sit how you want it, to where it's coming out in the directions that you want it to come out, or sitting or laying, or however you would like it to be. Hi, sweet friend. So there's that. Okay, the star. I lost my train of thought. I'm doing good on time though. I'm doing good on time. Okay, so I've got this little star that I want to put in the front, but I also want to do a little bit of something with my twine, I think. If you didn't want this up here and you wanted to put this down here, right? It's still an option, even with the feet on there, right? If you were gonna do that, you might want to cover this with some twine. I like choices, right? I like to have things to where I can change it up if I want, or I don't know. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are so sweet. Oh, you're not late. You're right on time. You are right on time. Nobody's ever late here, except for me. You will see me, okay? I was on my time for 9 o'clock, right? And so that means I want to be live a couple minutes before so I can get Sheridan or whatever. And at like 8:56, that's when frantic, like the panic sets in, right? Like, oh my gosh, I need to get this in there, blah, 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 blah. Figure out what I'm putting on my description. So, you know, nobody's late. If you can miss the first part where I'm like sweating and like coming down from my panic, you're good. You're good. Oh, goodness. So, all right. So I'm going to make a little dilly-ma-whopper here. And I'm just going to wrap this little jute twine stuff from the Dollar Tree. The whole roll comes from Dollar Tree. So that's probably enough. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut another little piece so that I can tie it in the middle. Hopefully it doesn't completely undo like things like to sometimes do. Okay, kind of mostly in the middle. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to keep it a bow or if I should cut them into just long strings. I don't know. What do y'all think? I could make it like a messy bow. Bow? Arabella says bow. Let's see here. Let's see. So I've just got kind of like a messy bow going on. I'm going to trim this one end. That's much longer than it needs to be. And where are we with our front? I'm going to turn this so I can see because I am not good at doing this backwards. All right. So front, side. I'm thinking the side. I'm going to go with the side. Bow, yes. All right, good. Arabella was all about that bow too. I like bows. I think that bows are so cute. But sometimes I start to feel like maybe it would be too much, but not in this case. We are going with it. I'm going to put just a little bit more hot glue back here so that the bow part on the top kind of sits back a little bit. Let me try this so y'all can see how it's kind of sitting back like that. Like that. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are in agreement with the bow. I sometimes don't know. How are we liking this green star? Do we like it? Should I change it out and do a red star? What do y'all think? Red or green star? To go with this side most. Yeah, the side is just it gives it a little bit of groove, right? Gives it a little bit of something extra. Do you guys like the green star on this? It's going, again, it's going to be sitting on this. Let me bring that down. Okay. If you missed the live on this, you'll want to watch it. Oh, I did it on Monday. That's right. I made this on Monday. And then I wanted to make things to go on it. So the way I made it is where there's no real support back here, okay? So most of my weight has to be towards the front. Okay, I designed it with that in mind, okay? So I set this on here, right? And then got my star on here. It kind of pops, right, with that green. I'm gonna go with this, yeah. So I'm thinking the green will probably be cute, but I could just do like a brown or a gold would be cute. Yes, you like the green? Elijah says green star. Okay, well if Elijah says, that's it. We're going with the green star. Green. Yes, Arabella agrees with the green also. All right. You are new here from Oklahoma. Well, welcome in, Miss Teresa. Thank you for being here. Aw, thanks, Kefany. Always happy to have a new friend. You are in great company. There are a lot of very sweet people that I have in my comments. The green. You like the green too, Carlene? Thank you. He's all excited. I figured he would be. Love you, Elijah. Such a sweet boy. Remember that next Wednesday, okay? Last night we were completely, because I do the kids' church on Wednesday nights, and Elijah's in my class, and he was extra spunky last night. Oh, thank you so much, Kefany. You are so sweet to say that. All right, so we've got this, and I'm wanting to do a live on Saturday. Now, let me tell you, on Saturday, my daughter has a heifer show in a nearby town, okay? But usually, she gets done by around 4 o'clock, okay? So, I might be live Saturday evening, unless my husband decides to take me on a date, in which case, I'm choosing him. But if I'm not just completely sprawled out on the couch from the heat, he said, oh my gosh. If I'm not completely sprawled out on the couch from the heat, or I've been whisked off to some romantic destination in West Columbia, Texas. There's no romantic destination in West Columbia, Texas. Maybe Houston. I don't know. But if he takes me out, then I won't be live. But if I have the energy and I have not been whisked off, I will be live on Saturday to finish this. But if not, y'all are going to have to wait until Monday. Okay, because I will be live again on Monday. Yes. Aw, thank you so much, Miss Teresa. I'm glad. Barbecue, yes. My daughter works at the barbecue place. It's like the nicest restaurant we have. No, we have Margarita Jones. It's kind of like a Tex-Mex restaurant. It's fun. It's cute. Okay, but I don't know. So anyways, we will be coming back, and this might be moved to the side for another Christmassy thing with some little, little things in here to make it cute and Christmas, right? It's Christmas in July, y'all. I'm ready to put up my tree. I'm ready to put up my tree. My husband says no. Oh, yes, absolutely. Prayers for your husband. Knows the issues. 53 years. Wow. Praise God for that. All right, well, let's pray right now. Father God, we just lift up Carlene and her husband to you. We know that you know what is going on, Lord. And we just pray that you would touch his body, that you would touch his heart and his mind and everything in between, from the top of his head to the tips of his toes, and that you would give Carlene peace in her heart over whatever the situation is. We thank you so, so much, Lord, for Jesus and what he did for us on the cross. And we thank you for Carlene and for the sweet wife that she is. We praise you and we love you. In your son's precious name we pray. Amen. All right. And if y'all could continue to lift up Carlene and her husband, please. We appreciate that. I just threw that off of there. So, good evening, Miss Sweetie. Let me see. I'm trying to read here. It's just like, it'll tell me that people are watching over and over and over, and then it plays like this comment lottery. So I don't always see. Usually when I come in after my live, I will see all kinds of comments that did not come through on the feed, or I missed it because I was fiddling with something. I don't know. But usually I don't. Y'all are just the sweetest. All right. Well, that's what I have for tonight. I thank you guys for being here and watching me finish up my little Christmas crock lamp. And I hope to see you guys on Saturday. Oh, you are so sweet, Miss Carlene. And I'm going to keep on praying, okay? Whatever it is, just know that the Lord loves you, and He counts your tears, and He loves you so, so much, okay? He's with you. So, all right, y'all. Be sure and be back here on Craft Around the Clock tomorrow to see all of the clock projects that are coming through to you tomorrow. Y'all take care. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making a homemade home with me today. Love you and good night. Sweet friends, good night.